Hello, Tillamook. Thank you once again for having me back. This is Stacie Zuercher with Northwest Senior and Disability Services, and I am very excited today because I have Emily Vollmer and Don Beyer and you guys run the farmers markets, and we're kicking it off this weekend, aren't we?
You betcha. So Friday night, that is tonight, we have the Manzanita Farmers Market, opening market. We're an evening market. So we open at 5 o'clock. We run from 5 to 8 p.m. up in Manzanita.
Oh, neat. Okay. And what about PC and Tillamook?
Tillamook is on Saturday mornings from 9 to 2 on the corner of 2nd and Laurel Streets. And Pacific City is the following day, Sundays, 10 to 2 at the library grounds.
So you can really hit it every day.
Yes, you can.
That's amazing. I didn't
3
realize
days.
that it was Friday night, too. So, neat. So what is special about this weekend and the kickoff now? Do you guys have kind of the same vendors at each place, or what are the differences in the spots as far as if I want to go and get something specific? What are the rules? What's happening?
I think they all kind of vary. Every market's
vary.
a little different, and every market's got something special.
Yeah.
We share a few vendors.
We do. Up at the Manzanita Market, we have a hand drumming group that opens the market. So specifically for the first market, the Tsunami Drummers, a couple of members will come in with their hand drums at 5
Oh,
o'clock.
fun.
So that kind of kicks off our season. Each market we open with a hand drum. So that's kind of our little special flair.
Yeah.
We also have one of our local bands, the Nehalem Valley All-Stars, are going to be at our music stage
Cool.
this week. And we have over 40 vendors to peruse. So, yeah, a great mix.
40 vendors. Boy, so it'll take some time to go through there. And are those all like food-related vendors, or is there artsy stuff and things like that too? I haven't been to the Manzanita one. I'll admit it. Just to the Tillamook one, so I have to learn. I'm going to. Yeah.
Yeah, they each have their different flavors. The 40 vendors we have are a mix of farmers, we got some ranchers, we have artisans. We also feature quite a number of different nonprofits throughout the season. We also have a booth where we have wineries, breweries, and actually this year a distillery come through.
Really?
And they do tastings and sell their products.
Nice.
So it's not just about stopping and buying some strawberries. Like, it's an event. You can go there and listen to some music, have a beer if you want to, that's fantastic. So, and I'm assuming it's a little bit like that in PC and Tillamook as well.
Yeah. In Tillamook, we have the Tico Marimba playing for opening day, and they're a local marimba
Yeah.
band. It's a lot of fun. It's big. It's spread out.
Yeah.
They're awesome. We have local produce, value-added products, prepared foods, and local artisans. So you can come in, stop by, listen to some music, have lunch.
So fun.
We have about 60 vendors for opening day.
Boy, that's huge.
So it's a big one this year. I'm excited.
It really enriches the culture here. It just gives us another really fun place to connect with our community and things. So
Yeah, it's a big draw.
Yeah.
You can go see people you haven't seen for a long time, or run into someone you didn't even know you would run into.
Right. And then the other big thing is the Double Up food bucks. Can you guys speak a little bit about that? I know Food Roots which is a local nonprofit here in town, has led the charge to get that implemented into our community at the farmers market. So what can you tell me about that?
Well, Double Up Food Bucks is similar to the previous Snap Match program, but we're part of a big grant through Farmers Market Fund. And it allows us to match up to $10 for each SNAP user. And it allows us to previously we were able to do 10 people, the first 10 SNAP users. And this allows us to extend that to sort of an unlimited amount of people per market.
Really?
So we have extra funds, and it's a wonderful program, and it's an incentive for folks to come and get fresh and local food.
That's fantastic. I was under the impression that it was just the first 10 people. So, So people, correct me if I'm wrong, but they can come to the, you guys have a main booth or something like
headquarters.
that. Market headquarters. Excuse me for not knowing the lingo. Market headquarters. I love that. And they can take their card, their EBT card, and then they get the voucher.
Yeah, we give them tokens for their original SNAP that they're taking off their card. So each market has their own sort of currency. Some are wooden tokens, some are sort of cards as well. And then we'll give them a matching amount of Farmers Market Fund in $2 increments.
And the other cool thing is that they can spend those vouchers at all three, right? So they can
original currencies that are specific to the market need to be spent at the market.
Oh,
But
I
the
see.
Double Up food bucks can be spent at any market that's participating in the program, not even just within Tillamook County, but further spread than that. I think there's 50 markets participating.
And I think that, I was talking with Adrian at Food Roots about that, who is the current Vista there. I'm sure you guys know him.
Yep.
And we were kind of talking about you could save them up for, the Double Up food bucks, at least. You could save them up. So if there's seasonal things that you like to can and things like that, you could use that for that. And it's really cost effective for people. So, I'm really excited about that. So tell me about the... I guess we reviewed our little our hours and things like that. So I'm going to take a little break here really quick and talk about a little word from the Tillamook Regional Medical Center. So preventing heart disease can be done at the dinner table this summer. Tillamook Regional Medical Center recommends eating a minimum of 5 servings of fresh fruits and vegetables each day. They're rich in essential vitamins, nutrients, and fiber that keep our bodies healthy by lowering blood pressure, fighting inflammation, and keeping our arteries clean. A nutritious diet can also prevent weight gain and diabetes, which are linked to heart disease. Summer fruits, berries, and vegetables from local growers will be at farmers markets, making it easy to shop for healthy foods like blueberries, strawberries, and leafy greens, including spinach, kale, and chard. They are a good source of vitamins A, C, and K. Taking care of your heart is a year-round job that starts with nutritious eating. Exercising regularly, reducing stress, and getting high-quality sleep each night also helps prevent heart disease. For more healthy tips, visit northwestregionalheart.com. So that just plays right into what we're talking about here. Go to the food market or the farmer's market and get all your vegetables and healthy foods for some clean living. So again, this is Stacie from Northwest Senior and Disability Services, and I'm here with Emily Vollmer and Dawn Beyer from the farmer's markets.
Emily Vollmer.
Vollmer?
Yep.
Oh, I said it wrong. I'm sorry.
I'll let you get away with it for the
Yeah,
first time,
you're
but
like,
not the second time.
okay, good to know. Thank you very much. All right. It's in pen on the little cheat sheet that I have, so we're going to be okay now. Sorry. So, so both of you guys are a little bit new to the community. And how are you having fun being here in Tillamook?
Oh, absolutely. It's a beautiful place to live.
Yeah,
and it's been great to get to know the artisans and farmers and other people that are just involved with a lot of community happenings here. I've been really impressed with community involvement in so many different ways.
The collaboration is incredible. So, and what kind of background, Emily Vollmer, do you have as far that got you involved in farmers markets specifically?
I've worked on probably, I think the tally is 6 or 7 different farms over the years, and I've been a vendor, working for the farmers for about 16 different markets on the East Coast and West Coast. So I really love the scene where you have the community coming together, you have really fresh food, you have people that are creative and wanting to connect with their customer, and I really appreciate all those things. It feels really good.
Yeah. And how about you, Dawn? We kind of talked about this earlier, but tell us how you got involved in the farmers markets as well.
Well, originally I came to the county with the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife, and I didn't really know anybody. I was working on seasonal jobs, kind of bouncing around, and I fell in love with Pacific City, and I really wanted to kind of meet people and stick in that region. And I decided that I wanted to create a farmer's market there because I found that there was a community, but there wasn't any sort of venue for that. And so I just decided one year that I was going to put it together, and it was a slow start. And
That's
it was
a big
just
job.
one little lady doing it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people kind of, didn't know if it was really going to happen, and so it took a while to kind of get people on board. But this will be the 4th year in Pacific City.
Good
And
job.
it's growing. This year we have over 20 vendors, which is huge. We've kind of averaged at the beginning it was like 8, and then
Well,
you got a
sure.
little bigger
Yeah,
to
it takes some
12,
time.
and then 16. So
Boy.
I'm excited about it, and it's been pretty awesome. And we have a board, and we have people volunteering, and everybody asks me when I run into them in town when it opens, and it feels really good because there are regular people that come every week. the low income community is kind of building as well that come to the market, because last year was our first year that we had SNAP and SNAP Match, and so this year it will be even better, and I'm sure it will
good
grow.
job, you guys. It's really incredible. Exciting time to have all that available. You don't have to just be living in the big cities to have that. And we're a farming rural community. We should be the ones setting the pace for those things.
Absolutely.
So I love it. So tell me some tips as far as if I'm going there. Obviously, I want to bring something to pack all my goods that I buy.
A reusable shopping bag or a basket is key.
Yes. And what about, do you need to bring cash? Are there debit machines, or how does that work?
A lot of the vendors will have their own, either use the Square or Tillamook Farmers Market offers similar to the tokens for SNAP, but they're in $5 increments. So it is, for the ones that accept the credit cards through the market, it's possible to use the cards. In Pacific City, it's primarily up to the individual vendors to have the Square at this time.
Sure.
So
how about
cash
in
is always
Manzanita?
best.
Yeah, cash is best.
Yeah,
same kind of deal.
In Manzanita, it's definitely best to bring cash. Again, our vendors have, some of them have a Square that you can pay with a credit card. We also have a bank that's a block away, so the ATM is right around the corner.
Perfect.
That's true.
So,
there's always an ATM close by.
it's nice because I think, like for me, when I lived out in the Portland area, whenever I'd go to a farmer's market, it was always, oh, look, there's a farmer's market. Maybe I'll stop by. And so you have to be a little bit prepared, but it's not that hard because especially down here, there's a bank, there's however many, so we can figure it out together. So what else can we talk about? And then if you wanted to be a vendor, how does that work? If I had something that I wanted to sell there, who do I contact to make that happen?
Well, you could go to the websites or the Facebook page and just get a hold of the market manager usually.
Oh, okay.
For a full season vendor in Tillamook, there's a deadline of May 1st. Week-to-week vendors, you can still apply. So there may be room, but it depends on kind of the way that things flow week to week. In Pacific City, we have room for some folks, but that may be a cap at some point.
People can figure it out, though.
Yeah.
They could go to what's that website if somebody wanted to just check out how it all works?
It's www.tillamookfarmersmarket.com, and Pacific City Farmers Market has a Facebook page.
Oh, it's pretty easy then.
Right. Manzanita's website has our information for contacting the manager, and so that's manzanitafarmersmarket.com. And
that's about as easy as it can get. You can't forget that one.
And I thought it would be nice to highlight, we have a number of new vendors this year, and so we do have new vendors come back. Most of them are returning vendors, which speaks to, it being a good place for those businesses to be.
Neat.
But one in particular, we have Northwest Gardens Roll and Bowl, and they're actually sourcing some of their products from other farms in the area, some of them which are at market. And so that's a really cool connection. And we have some new artisans. We have Roots and Wings. I'm not going to be able to remember them all off the top of my head. But we do have a number of new vendors this year. So
neat. Okay, well, we'll take another little break real quick, and then we'll talk about some of our year of health and wellness things, and I want to hear more about our farmers markets. So where can you go to find almost anything you need for home improvement? I'll tell you where, Rosenbergs. For over 50 years, Rosenbergs has been your local connection for anything you need to build and finish your house to perfection. Carpets, cabinets, paint, electrical, plumbing, nuts and bolts, fencing, windows, doors, and so much more. All these items in one place, but that is only part of the story. What really makes Rosenbergs your stop for home improvement is their people. Their knowledgeable, friendly staff is there to help you through any project. Any question from what paint you should use to how to install a new shower valve, you can get the help you need and do it right the first time. Stop by Rosenbergs today to rediscover what you have known all along. It's better to shop local and work with great people who can see you every day. Build it, plumb it, wire it, paint it. Rosenbergs Builder Supply. Well, that just plays right into what we're talking about. It's better to shop local and work with great people that we know all those faces, and that's why we're here today talking with Emily and Dawn from the farmers markets. So what else can we share about the farmers market that's exciting? Go for it.
So at the Manzanita market, we really appreciate our volunteers. We have a very short setup window, and that's because we're working actually with one of our local businesses. So Cascade Sotheby's International Realty, we use their parking lot. So they're open on Fridays, even past when the market starts, but they've donated that space. So we have an agreement with them. We can start setting up just a scant hour before market opens.
Wow.
That's a really tight turnaround for a vendor to get all their wares out and looking good.
Yeah.
So we have volunteers that come help those vendors like unload from their trucks and just make that flow well. And so we're always welcoming.
That's a
other
lot of
volunteers.
work. Holy cow. Yeah. You don't think about that, for for us consumers that just kind of pop in, it's all just kind of magically sitting there. So, so thank you for the volunteers here are amazing. People just jump in. We were talking about it earlier and just make it happen. So the Year of Health and Wellness is kind of a sponsor for us having the opportunity to talk about our farmers markets. And so just once again, to kind of reiterate what the schedule is, we're starting tonight is the first night in Manzanita from 5 to 8. In Tillamook, it'll be tomorrow from 9 to 2, and then in PC from 10 to 2. And then some other events that are coming up that you might want to check out on TillamookCountyHealthMatters.org are on June 18th, Sensitive, The Untold Story, which is a video directed by the Ray Scoville, who's a PhD, and it's talking about mental fitness. And then also you can check in for some monthly movers action at the the milk run's coming up on June 25th. And the farmers market's pretty big on June Dairy Parade date as well, right?
Yes, it gets busy.
Yeah, it's a lot of action in Tillamook. So, let's see. Just to, gotta go back to, I'm here with Emily and Dawn from the Farmers Markets. This is Stacie with Northwest Senior and Disability Service. And if you're just tuning in, I want to kind of go back. I know we talked about the Double Up food bucks once before, but for those of people that might just have popped on, I think it's really great to kind of reiterate how that program works once again, so that people really understand it. And so I'll turn the stage back over to you to talk about that once again.
So show up to one of the 4 farmers markets in Tillamook County, because we have Manzanita, we have Tillamook, we have Pacific City, and we have the Nesquin Farmers Market as well. And all of those are accepting SNAP EBT cards. Go to the market booth, so that'll be headquarters or information booth, as depending on the market, and they'll swipe your card. If you swipe it for at least $10, we're going to give you an additional $20. So you're only using $10 from your card. You have $20 worth of buying power, and we're super pleased to have that funding to be able to offer that.
That very cool. So some other events that are coming up this weekend, we've got the Oregon Coast Scenic Railroad runs daily through Labor Day. And have you guys seen the new railroad thing coming out of Bay City, where you can do your little pedal thing?
I want to do it so
Ride
Me
the rails.
too. Right? What is it called? Ride the rails?
I think so.
Yeah, I was just talking about it with a friend yesterday, and I'm like, I have to do that. We need some sun, first of all. I don't know what's happening out there today with all this rain, but I am hoping that it'll perk up a little bit for you guys, especially because that makes for a pretty long weekend.
It's always cleared up for some reason. It's always cleared up by 5 o'clock. There has never been a Manzanita market that's been rainy. Knock on wood. There's some wood here. So
I have a good feeling about it. I think it's good. It just, shakes the dust off a little bit, so you're all ready,
we
right?
needed this rain anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see here. Today is the deadline for the June Dairy Parade applications. So pick up one at the chamber office or tillamookchamber.com. The parade is held June 25th, and entry to the parade is free. The deadline for the Tillamook County Rodeo Queen Pageant applications is also today for the tillamookrodeo.com. And the Relay for Life annual Survivor Social and Luncheon is at 1 o'clock at the library. So that is tomorrow, Saturday the 11th, and this is celebrating our survivors and their fight against cancer while we fight for a cure. That's what the relay is about. This is a great chance for all survivors to come together and connect with our relay leadership and fellow survivors. And then tomorrow, also Saturday the 11th, the South County Library Club meeting is from 10 to 11:30 at Winkleman Library in PC. See, that's perfect. They can go there and then hit the farmers market. Tomorrow is also the annual Blessing of the Fleet at noon in PC. Boy, South County's representing, aren't they? It's that time of year again in my announcements. Here we are talking about the farmers market. I think we've covered that pretty well. And then on Monday, the Monday Musical Club of Tillamook will be holding its final monthly program of the season at First Christian Church on Monday at 7 p.m. The program will feature classic music, both vocal and instrumental, and refreshments will be followed directly after, and that's a free service. And then Monday, Lisa will be back from the OSU Extension Service. The senior meals are noon every weekday at the Kiwanda Community Center in PC, and the cost is $3 for seniors and $6.75 for everyone else. Boy, I got a lot to say today, don't I? Let's see. And then the senior meals are at 11:30 at St. Mary's by the Sea in Rockaway Beach every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Happy birthday to Valerie Schumann. And so, yeah, I'm very excited about all these wonderful things that are happening in Tillamook and what you guys, all this hard work that you're doing to bring fresh produce and all those great things to our community. Can I just confess something that's going to make me sound like a total dork?
Please do.
I think it's time to throw it all out there. Like when you say artisans, I don't even know what that means. Is that a good question? Like,
That's
I'm
great
I'm
question.
just going to go ahead and admit it. Like, you're talking about these vendors, and so I'm going to turn that over to you. So maybe I'm not the only one.
I think that is an awesome question because there is such a diversity. We talk about fruits and vegetables, but that's really only a portion of our market. So we have some jewelers at the Manzanita market. We have glass floats. We have specialty vinegars, and here that becomes like food artisans.
Yeah.
And what are some of the others?
Photography.
We have photography. We have some
So it's kind of the
fiber
artsy
arts.
fartsy stuff.
Yeah, except
Yeah.
I would have eliminated the second word and just said artsy. We have some lovely body care products. One of our vendors does all organic ingredients in their body care products. And yeah, it just goes on and on. It's a great place to discover.
So there's a lot of, it sounds like it's not just about fruits and vegetables, like you said, but there's a lot of things that really promote health, which is great.
We also have nonprofits that rotate through the Manzanita Farmers Market. I believe Tillamook as well.
Tillamook does, and Pacific City's getting a bigger following with the nonprofit community, which has been nice.
Oh, okay.
So we have, for example, NCRD is going to be at the Manzanita Market a couple different dates in the season. So that's the North County Recreation District. They've got the pool and a lot of activities going on. So we're also highlighting community events. And so it's also just information about what's going on in the community.
Neat.
Exactly.
Yeah. Isn't there like a big music festival or something coming up in Manzanita?
June 21st.
So tell me about that. I've been hearing little snippets about that here and there. Or do you know a lot about it? It's, sorry.
I'm here to advertise the farmers market is the place to be. Well, they're taking place that weekend, and so the farmers market is kind of like the opening of their festival because we have a whole bunch of vendors, we have our own music, and then so that will then continue through the weekend. Manzanita is small enough we're just within a couple blocks of where their main stages are going to be.
There's a lot of good culture in North County too, and now South County. Boy, when you go down there this time of year, it's just hopping. Yeah, it really is. Booming is the right word for it. And Mid-County, I can't leave Tillamook out by any means. But and then the other part is the seasonal vegetables and fruits. I think that June for the Year of Health and Wellness is Dairy Month, obviously. So there's a lot of information on the Tillamook County HealthMatters.org website in regards to that. But there's a lot of the early season vegetables are radicchio. Gosh.
It's a ridiculous name.
It's a radicchio name. Greens. It says herbs and garlic.
We're also going to have fresh berries at market.
Yep.
We got,
Strawberries
I think there might still be cherries and peaches. It depends on what our vendor's able to bring. But there's also some fruit there to throw in.
And is strawberry season still in full bloom? I bought some strawberries recently that I left on it was just a thing on my counter just overnight because I was like, ooh, I got to buy that. Yeah, the next morning, like my whole house just smelled like strawberries. It was fantastic. So people can get into canning and freezing and prepping for all that kind of stuff. So that's
I don't know that
too.
I would even let anything go to canning right now. It's going straight into my bowl and into my belly.
So good. It's so good. And then it also says power up for summer activities with protein-rich foods like seafood, beans, peas, nuts, and seeds, cheese, yogurt, and eggs. So those things, if you want more information about the nutrition portion of all of the things that we've talked about, that's where the Year of Health and Wellness website comes in. But tell me again the website for the farmers market information, just so that listeners can really make sure they have all that good information.
It's TillamookFarmersMarket.com, and Pacific City has a Facebook page.
Okay.
ManzanitaFarmersMarket.com.
Yeah, very good. So, boy, I think we've covered just about from north to south on, every nook and cranny. Now, what do you guys know about the Nesca spot, the farmers market? Do you know anything about that? Because
absolutely, it's a great market.
It is. They are already open. It's on a Saturday, and I believe it's from 9 to 1. Mm-hmm. It's right on the side of 101. So they do really great with signage, and you can pull off into the wayside. It's at the state park.
Oh, okay.
So it's real easy to find, and they have a wonderful lineup of vendors. It's a wonderful market.
I love it. You can really hit them all. And what day are they opened?
They're open Saturdays.
Just Saturdays. So
So we have 2 Saturday markets, one Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday.
Thank you guys. You're really doing some wonderful service for our community, and I love having you here, and thank you for all that you're doing.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thanks. We hope to see you at market.
Yeah. Be well, Tillamook.